All right, Exodus chapter 38. And he made the altar of the burnt offering of the shunning wood 5 cabinets with length there of the 5 cabinets, and beneath therefore it was 4 square, and the cabinets of the height therefore. And he made the horns there of the 4 corners of it. The horns therefore were of the same, and he overlaid it with brass. And he made all the vessels of all the altar, the pots of the shovels, and the brassen of the fish hooks, and the fire pans, all the vessel. Therefore made he of brass, and the made of for all the altar brassen gate of the network under the compass, therefore beneath unto the midst of it. And he cast 4 rings for the 4 ends of the gate of the brass to be placed for the slaves. And he made the slaves of the shunning wood, and overlaid them with brass. And he put the slaves into the rings of the sides of the altar, and to bear it withheld. He made the altar hollow with the boards, and he made the layer of the brass of the foot of the brass of the looking glass of the woman assembling with as symbol at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he made the court on the south side southward. The hangings of the court were of the fine twined linen, and the headed 100 cabinet, and the pillars were 20, and their beaten sockets 20 of the hooks in the pillars, and their flets were of silver. And for the north side the hangings were in 100 cabinet. Their pillars were 20, and their sockets were of brass. 20 of the hooks of the pillars, and the filts of silver. And their west side were hangings of the 50 cabinets. Their pillars and their sockets 10 hooks in the pillars, and their fleets of silver. And for the east side eastward 50 cabinets. The hanging of one side of the gate were 15 cabinet at their pillar there, and their sockets 3. And for all other sides of the court gate on the hand of the hand were hanging 50 cabinets, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. All the hangings of the court round about were of fine twined linen. In the socket of the pillar were the brass of the hooks of the pillar, and the filt of the silver, and the overlaying of their chapters of silver. And all the pillars were filtered with silver. And the hanging for the gate of the court was needle work with blue and purple and scarlet and fine twine linen. And the 20 cabinets was the length of the height of, in the beneath was 5 cabinets answered above to the hanging of the court. And the pillars were 4, and their sockets of brass for the hooks of silver, and the overlaying of the chapter of their filter of silver. And the pins of the tabernacle and the court around about were brass. This is the sum of the tabernacle, even of the tabernacle of the testimony, as it was counted according to the commandment of Moses for the service of the Levites by the hand of the son Aaron, of the priest. And Bethel the son of Serol the son of Harel, a Tarb in Judah, made all the Lord command Moses, and which was a holy son, Hashemah of the tribe of Dan, and Egel, and a coming work of in border in blue of the purple and scarlet and fine linen, all the gold of the Accor occupied for the work of and all work of the holy place, even gold of the offering was 29 talents, 730 skillets after the skull of the sanctuary, and the silver of them that were numbered of the congregation was 110, and the 1,760 of the 50th shakes after the scale of the sanctuary, and the abraca for every man that is a half shekel after the shekel of the sanctuary, for every one that went to the number from 20 years old to upward, for 600,000 and 300 and 550 men. Of the 110 silver were cast the scarlet of the sanctuary, and the socket of the veil, and 100 socket of 110 of tel for the socket of the 1,770 and 5 shakes shaken. He made hooks for the pillars, and overlaid their chapters of filled of them, and the brass of the offering was 70 tenths and 2,400 shakes, and the twins he made the socket to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the brass altar, and the brassen gate for the of all vessel of the altar, and the socket of the court round about, and the socket of the court gate, and all the pins of the tabernacle, and all the pins of the court round about.